You're on line 3.
All right. Welcome, and let's call the finance meeting to order, please. Can I have roll call?
Alderman Demas.
Present.
Thompson.
Here.
Patak.
Here.
Reynolds.
Here.
LeVere.
Present.
Jepson.
Present.
Herndon.
Here.
Crane.
Excuse absence. Can I have approval of the minutes of the finance committee meeting held November 10th, 2025, please?
So moved. Second.
We have a motion on the floor by Alderman Reynolds, second by Alderman Thompson to approve the minutes of the finance meeting held November 10th. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Second item, review of the annual tax levy ordinance and related matters. You have anything to add?
Nothing to add. We went through this at the last meeting, so I just put it on here again to see if anyone has any questions or has digested it since the last meeting. I know it's set for approval on the agenda in the regular meeting, but also had Brent add it to finance to see if there was any discussion to be had here.
Any questions?
None here.
Very good. We move on. Item number 2. Discussion of potential recommendation regarding the purchase of a 2026 Western Star 47X plow truck for snow removal for the Public Works Department at the cost of $252,000 in related matters. Obviously, this is something that's much needed for the city. I think it's replacing one of the older trucks. Straight up with you, the cost of it shocked me, but that's where we are. I think in the previous times we tried to go with a little lighter truck, but this is a heavy duty truck, right, Kevin?
Yeah, this would be replacing our heavier duty trucks that do our kind of our heavier plows, I guess you'd call it. The 550s we got a couple years back are more for our lighter routes. I did get other bids. This was the cheapest. There was a international that was $260,000. Same setup. It was just a Kenworth, and then a Volvo would have been $256,000.
So you got, sounds like 3 bids.
3 bids here.
They all meet your specs, what you want.
Including this one. The one thing that this has that the other trucks did not, which is kind of a bonus, it has what's called a wing plow. It is a plow mounted on the side of the truck for pushing back when the snow starts to drift. We've had to rely on township trucks to do our country roads when the wind starts to blow to push back our roads, and now this will give us the ability to do it ourselves.
But you only included 1 bid in our packet, right?
Yeah, I have the other 2 right here with me.
Okay, there was different names on them, but there was the same John Kotek.
What's the delivery date on it, Kevin?
I can have it. It's sitting in the lot. I can get it as soon as if it gets approved, I can get it right away.
Did we appropriate for this?
Yes.
Yes.
We appropriated $300,000 in that line item. We appropriated $200,000 the prior year. We did not buy anything the prior year, but we did appropriate again this year.
Much better.
Okay.
Much better delivery than ambulances and fire trucks.
Yeah.
True.
I have a question for Kevin.
Yes.
Is this type of truck, because I've never heard of that Western Star brand, is anybody using that, or have they been using that in our area at all?
This truck is pretty popular. The truck's actually located in Windsor, Wisconsin. This is a lot of the trucks they use up there, but in Wisconsin they have the tandem axle truck, which is two dual wheels, Western Stars. Pretty popular up there. The main thing we look for is a Cummins engine and an Allison transmission. Those 2 things can be worked on locally, and then as far as if say a window or anything, there's a place in Chicago where you can get the parts for a Western Star.
Okay, thank you.
So what'd you say the delivery date was on again?
Whenever.
Sitting on a lot.
Yep, we can get it tomorrow if we
Oh,
want
really?
to. Yep. Which is nice because the other 2 trucks are 18 months out for them to build.
All right, make a motion that we buy it. Each and every Alderman has a copy, since we appropriated it.
Second.
Thank you. We have a motion on the floor by Alderman Demas and second by Alderman LeVere to purchase the 2026 Western Star 47X plow truck for the amount of $252,000. Can I have roll call, please?
Alderman Demas.
Aye.
Thompson.
Aye.
Reynolds.
Aye.
LeBerry.
Aye.
Jepson.
Aye.
Herndon.
Aye.
Patak.
Aye. Motion carried. Thank you. All right, item number 3, discussion and potential recommendation regarding the request from Catherine Whalen for the RIP grant totaling $2,564.65 for the premises located at 128 Buckland Street and related matters.
Just replacing windows in the old IBCH building, it looks like, huh?
Correct. Catherine's here. If you want, do you have anything to add, or just?
Just thank you for inviting me today, and thank you for looking at my request for the grant. I think it's a great resource to be able to be a business owner and share that expense that is basically for the fronting or fronts the 2 streets that I'm on. So, yeah, I'm just looking for some new windows. Love it here in LaSalle. Thanks for having me. I hope it gets approved.
Yeah, we want to keep downtown buildings, all commercial buildings attractive, so I'll make the motion to approve.
Second. We have a motion on the floor by Alderman LeBerry, second by Alderman Thompson to approve the request from Kathleen Whalen for the amount of $2,564.65 for the RIP grant. Can I have a roll call, please?
Alderman Thompson.
Aye.
Patak.
Aye.
Reynolds.
Aye.
LeBerry.
Aye.
Jepson.
Aye.
Herndon.
Aye.
Demus.
Aye.
Motion carried. All right, we move on to comments. Any questions on the bills?
I got a couple of. Okay, on page 2 on unpaid invoices. Got JB Contracting, First Street Light Poles, $14,259. What's that, like a maintenance program we got with them, or, we don't own the light poles, do we?
We own 4 that didn't use the light, maybe we hooked them up.
I thought it was Ameren that owned it.
Do you know Kevin offhand?
That was for the outlets on the back of the lights.
Oh, okay, cool.
There's outlets on each one of the poles.
Yeah, replace receptacles and covers firing base of poles.
Gotcha. And then it looks like we got all our well drilling bills in, huh? Went underwater. I think. Yeah.
I don't know if they're all in. Doug, do you know if all the bills have been submitted?
That I'm not
I know
sure.
we're close.
I would say it's got to be closer.
There might be a retainage left. I think we were discussing retainage on that.
We had a generator rental on there for $11,000. That was when they were working at night. We paid for the rental then, or is that how it works?
Generator was for the well field.
Oh, for the well field? Okay, gotcha. All right, I'm good.
All right. Any other
Glad
questions
you're
on the
here,
bills?
Thank you.
I know Chief, Police Chief, would like to update us.
Yeah, so when I got here, we just started our new CAD RMS project on my second day here, and previously the evidence room we were basically, the officers would collect evidence, they would package it up and wet pen it on the side of a paper bag and place it into the evidence room. Now that we have this CAD system, we've had some time to use it. It has what's called an evidence module to it, where all the you type it in the computer system, it's digitized, and then it presents itself a barcode on the evidence package. So now you can use a gun to basically scan it, trace it, and keep better track of it. So I reached out to an evidence solution company called Fortress Plus Solutions to have them inventory and audit our evidence room, which is a high risk, high liability room where we keep evidence for criminal cases, sometime for eternity, and depending on what type of case it is. So they're going to come in and inventory our room for a total cost of $9,203, and I look to use the drug seizure fund to fund that expense. So just want to keep the council apprised of all that, and basically what this would do would all of our evidence would now be digitized into the new CAD RMS system, so it would all be barcoded and scanned, and we're not relying, looking up and searching on ink bags and property bags.
Good job. Very good.
Do we need to approve that even though it's coming out of drug fund?
I don't think so.
No? Okay.
I think he's just updating us, modernizing the police force. Any other comments? Yes, John.
I have a few updates for the council as we discussed last time. Talked about moving the Cassell, the software system, to a hosted environment. And in doing so, we ran into some obstacles with the vendor we currently use, PSN, for the swipe machines and online bill pay portal. We looked at a solution internally with the current software system that they developed called Cassell Connect. No, I forget what they're calling it, but the Cassell Community Portal, maybe. We did get some references from them of other municipalities who have done it. There are a couple in Wisconsin right now that we've made contact with, and we're looking at. There are some advantages and disadvantages. Obviously, what I wanted the council to be aware of is that if we do make a move, everyone who is on the current online portal signed up for automatic bill pay would have to make an adjustment or change that to the new company. Not sure how big of a possibility that is. There are things that we do like about the new portal. You can make other payment types on there, for example, a common one is if somebody has their water turned off and they have to pay a turn-on fee to get it turned on, that turn-on fee is not able to be paid on the PSN portal, but it would be on the Cassell portal. So that allows people to be able to pay remotely for something instead of having to come in to pay that portion of it. The disadvantage is PSN has a customer service support center and the Cassell does not. So we, in essence, in our office would field those calls. So there's some pros and cons, and we're still looking into it. Don't have a recommendation tonight or pricing to share, but we'll be at some point revisiting this topic with the council. Last meeting, we also talked about the leases on the water towers and potentially looking at utility services communication. I did send a management agreement to the council. Their agreement is a 70-30 split. We did learn that. I did get a couple references from them to check. I also have learned that all of their management agreements are a 70-30 split, and that amount is not negotiable. Myself, Brian, Kurt, and Kevin have kind of working on this internally. We are also contacting other municipalities to find out how they handle it and who does it for them and how they quantify the equipment that's on the structure or on the tower. What triggered this is Verizon is doing some work on the tower and bringing in new equipment, and we have to go back and look at the lease agreement we have to revisit if that's covered under what they're currently paying in rent and if we should or could be getting more for them out of that. We also need to make sure that anything that they put on the tower, it can be supported structurally by the tower, and that's a pretty extensive, project. Utility Services does that for us now to some capacity, but we do think that there might be an advantage of looking at utilizing them to managing this. A lot of our current language isn't very favorable to us on the current leases that we have, and we were pretty ignorant to it at the time that we signed them. We just weren't aware of the equipment that's being used and the pricing that was out there. So it is an area that we can improve on, and we hope to at least develop a better idea of how to handle it. Third update, we talked about the health insurance last time. We did have a final quote from our current provider. The original quote came in at a 34% increase, and after bargaining with them, the final quote came in at a 29.9% increase. So hold on here for the tough numbers and pill to swallow on the health insurance. The current premium we pay is $84,285 a month, and the renewal premium is $109,000 a month. So we did seek other quotes. We did get one from United Healthcare. We did meet with the insurance committee. The United Healthcare quote is not being recommended by the committee due to the significantly higher out-of-pockets and network changes that we would experience from being in there. What we've learned is the reason for the rate increase is the past 2 years claims history. We were historically pretty low and doing pretty well in terms of being a healthy group, but the last couple years have not proven that to be, and the rates have gone up, and the rates are pretty comparable to what other municipalities our size are paying, but for us, it was a big jump to get there. So unfortunately, we just don't have any other options to propose. We have explored other ideas and options in terms of the plan that we reviewed with the provider or the agent, but none of them at this time are desirable enough, or or have a significant enough change for us to recommend them being worth our while. I don't know if anyone has any questions on that before I move. If you do, you can ask later, or we can chat about them. As we discussed, contract negotiations are pending with all 4 unions. We're meeting with them as a labor management group. We've met with 2 of the 4, and we have 2 more meetings tomorrow. All good meetings so far, and we're locking in dates for negotiations to begin. So we'll update you as those go as well. And then the final update is myself and Chief Janik, Chief Stubler, and Mayor Grove are all your representatives on the Illinois Valley Area Dispatch Group. We are also discussing rate increases, which we get per capita. Want everyone here to be assured that none of those rate increases are significant. Right now, we only charge a per capita rate to cover the cost of dispatch, and in doing so, we don't build large reserves in that group. So that group doesn't have a lot of large reserves. So when wages go up, which we have a 4-year contract with the telecommunicators, those are due to go up 4% next year. So when those go up, we have to have small raises in the per capita rate to get the funds to be able to do that. So if you do hear that IVRD rates are going up, I want you to be assured that they're pretty slight and pretty palatable, and just to accommodate the agreement we have. So that's all I have, unless anyone has any questions for me.
Well done. Thank you. Any other comments? Comments from the floor? Can I have a motion to adjourn, please?
Make a motion, we adjourn.
Second.
I have a motion on the floor by Alderman Alderman Reynolds, second by Alderman Thompson to adjourn